Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are very well revising all the topics which we have already done. As you all know, we were doing the last chapter, that is types of insurance. In that, we have to cover different types of insurance, and in that, we have already completed 2 sessions. And in those 2 sessions, we have discussed about the life insurance, and in brief, we have also discussed about all the different types of insurances which we have to discuss in detail, like life insurance, fidelity insurance, motor vehicle insurance, health insurance, social insurance, all these types, marine insurance, fire insurance, all these we have discussed in brief. Then in the second session we discussed about the life insurance and the importance of life insurance. I must tell you once again, the types of insurances which we are going to study in this, the meaning and the importance, only that is there in the syllabus. Other differences between insurance, assurance, life insurance, general insurance, all that, it will not be asked. So you have to focus only on these topics, that is the meaning and the importance of all these insurances. Now today we are going to focus on the topic that is health insurance. I hope everybody must be understanding about what is health. And till now you have studied about insurance, so you must have got it that what we are going to study in this health insurance. This is also a contract between the insurer and the insured, that is the insurance company and the policy holder who wants to take the health insurance. In this, the policy holder agrees to pay the consideration in the form of premium, and normally it is a type of general insurance and it is related to health insurance. So normally yearly the premium is paid. The amount of premium is very less. So here the insured agrees to pay the amount of premium to the insurer, and on the other hand, for this premium, whatever the policyholder is paying, he is going to cover a huge risk, and that risk will help covering that risk under the health insurance will help the policy holder to pay the huge expenses in case of serious illness. So that is related to health insurance. So as you know, health insurance, it is written that it is the insurance for the protection of health. This is the insurance which is taken for the protection of health against various types of serious illness. Like there are different types of serious illness like brain tumor, kidney failure, cancer, all these types of serious illnesses are there. So the insurance company provides help for all these, for covering all these types of risk that is related to various types of disease. Person may fall ill, we don't know at what stage of life different types of disease can be there, and we can fall ill because of these types of diseases, serious diseases. These are serious illness which can we can have a huge expenditure, hospitalization expenditures, heavy cost of medicines, doctor's fees and all. So all these can be incurred at any stage of life. These things can happen, we never know that. So just to cover all these expenses, we take health insurance, and this is to protect against the various types of illness. See, there are Mediclaim is the most important and most famous insurance in case of health insurance. Here, different types of health insurances are given. We have, see, in the book it is given, you can see, that is types of health insurance policies. In this we have different types. In some types, only the fees of the doctors and the you can say the cost of the medicines only can be covered. In few, the cost of hospitalization that will be covered. In many areas of health insurance, the cost of hospitalization, the long-term cost of hospitalization, like in case of cancer and all these treatments, it takes long time and requires huge expenditure. So that type of insurance policies are also there. So a person at the time of illness can recover the huge amount at that time is equal to the amount of insurance policy for which he has taken. So these are the different types of insurances. Let us discuss all these types of insurances. These are the part of health insurance only, and though only importance and meaning is there, but all these will come under the meaning of insurance only. So you will have to focus on these topics. The very first is basic medical expenses. In this type of health insurance, only the cost of the doctor's fees as well as the cost of the medicines, only these types of expenses are covered under this type of medical insurance. This is a small medical insurance, and after the payment of small amount of premium annually, these types of risks can be covered under the Mediclaim. This is about the basic medical expenses, like when we go to the doctor, so simple expenditures are there, cost, the fees that we pay to the doctor, and the cost of medicines. So even there are types of insurances policies that can help you in covering these types of risks. Now the second is major medical expenses. There are major medical expenses, like there are different types of serious illness, serious disease that can take place, like that is you can say cancer, brain tumor, kidney transplantation. So all these types of disease, it will require a huge expenditure, huge cost, hospitalization cost will be incurred. So in this type of major medical expenses, so these types of expenditures are covered under this. The insurance company is going, if the policy is taken by the policy holder, the insurance company is going to pay this major medical expenses. These major medical expenses, they are going to include the total cost of hospitalization, including the cost of medicines and all, everything. Then, and for this covering this major medical expenses, of course the amount of annual premium that is paid for this type of health insurance, of course that will be more than the basic medical expenses. Here the amount of expenditure is less, so the amount of premium is also less. Here the expenditure is more, so the amount of premium will also be more than this basic medical expenses. This is absolutely clear. Then the third is disability income policy. Under this disability income policy, because of the serious illness and disability that occur, due to which there is a loss of income. Suppose a person, if he is working somewhere, he is working as an employee somewhere in a private organization or in any organization, so definitely he will have to take leave for 1 year, 2 years, or for 3 years, 4 years. So that will be a loss of his income till 3 years, 4 years. So in this type of health insurance, even they provide the facility to cover those types of expenses also. So of course they are going to cover disability income policy. Under this, whatever income a person would have earned during those periods, so that amount will also be given by the insurance company. A facility is there under the disability income policy. So of course the amount of premium, of course that will be more than this medical expenses, that is basic medical expenses and major medical expenses. So even these types of privileges facilities are available under the health insurance, that the loss of income during those periods, even that can be recovered from the insurance company by taking the health insurance policy. Then fourth one is long-term hospitalization. There are certain diseases which requires long-term treatment, like cancer, kidney transplantation. All these, it requires a long treatment. So for these types of covering these types of long-term hospitalization, which will take 1 year, 2 years, so a lot of expenditure is there, huge expenses expenses are there. So even under the health insurance, a facility is provided to cover these types of expenses also. If the policy holder takes these types of health insurances, even the entire cost of the hospitalization of 2-3 years, entire cost that will be given by the insurance company that is under the health insurance. So you can see how beneficial this health insurance is, and we all should take this health insurance policy because it is going to cover all the expenses. But one more thing you understand, it is absolutely different from the life insurance, because you know, in life insurance, if you take 2-3 policies at the time of death or at the time of maturity, whichever is earlier, the total amount can be recovered from all the insurance companies, from all the policies, 4-5 policies. But in case of health insurance, only and only in the case of illness, if you fall ill and the expenditure will be there, hospitalization expenses will be there, then only the amount will be paid by the insurance company. Otherwise, whatever premium you pay for that, nothing you can recover if there is no problem. And one more thing, you can see that here the cost, whatever cost, it's not that the insurance company is going to pay all that in a cash form, but cashless form that will be paid. That is, you will have to show the slip of that expenditure, hospitalization expenditure slip, and then only automatically it will be reimbursed to the account of the hospital. So this type of facility is provided under health insurance. Means only and only you can recover the money if there is some illness. It's not that you can show like that only and you can recover the money in the cash form. No, these types of facilities are not under the health insurance. Only in case of falling illness, the person has suffering from certain illness and different types of expenditure that is being incurred, long-term expenditure is there, or different types of basic medical expenses are there. So all that will be recovered by it can be recovered under the health insurance from the insurance company, but not in the form of cash. It will be directly paid to the insurance, to the hospitals from where you get the treatment. So these types of expenses can be, a person can take a benefit of covering these types of risks in their life if they fall ill under the health insurance. Now there is certain importance also of this health insurance. As we have seen, all these types of expenses can be recovered from the insurance company under the health insurance if the policy holder has taken the health insurance. So he can save, he can protect himself from the heavy expenditure of this hospitalization expenditure. Now the importance can be under these points only. The first point is related to coverage for heavy cost. As we have seen in all these types of health insurance, what are the heavy costs that can be incurred, like different types of serious illness, disease that is there in case of cancer, brain tumor, the kidney transplantation. So in all these heavy cost is incurred. So under this health insurance, this heavy cost can be incurred, can be recovered from the insurance company. So this is one of the benefit that we can get it from the health insurance. By paying a small amount of premium, we can recover the huge expenditure, that is heavy hospitalization cost, we can recover from the insurance company under the health insurance. Now the second point is related to allowed as a deduction for taxable income. This health insurance is allowed as a deduction, whatever amount of premium what we pay for taking this health insurance, that is tax deductible, and we can show that as a deduction from the total taxable income under the income tax. So this is also one of the facility that is provided, but it will be only up to a certain limit. It's not that you have so many expenditure under the health insurance and you are paying heavy premium. So all that amount will not be there, but up to a certain limit you can get deduction. Then the third point is related to insured is saved from heavy expenditure. Under this insurance policy, there is a contract or agreement between the insurer and the insured. Here, the insurer agrees to pay the cost of that is medical expenses. Either it can be basic medical expenses, or it can be major medical expenses, or it can be disability income policy, or it can be long-term hospitalization. So all these costs can be incurred can be recovered from the insurance company under the health insurance, and it saves the individuals from the heavy expenditure under the hospitalization cost. Then the fourth point is related to contributes to economic development of the country. Health insurance helps in providing different types of medical expenses to the policy holder. Even it provides basic medical expenses, even it provides major medical expenses, and long-term hospitalization expenses can also be provided by the insurance company under the health insurance, and it saves the person's life and it helps the person in maintaining their health and in recovering and getting healthy. And that is very much essential for the economic development of the country, because if the working population is not healthy, then we cannot think of the economic development of the country. So the working population should be healthy, and everyone should be healthy for the economic development of the country. Even the children, the working population, and the people, those who are in old age. So here, the insurance company under the health insurance, they provide all these types of relief. They save the person, they save the people from the heavy cost of heavy expenditure related to, that is, cost of hospitals. Different types of expenditures are there. So all that can be recovered from the insurance company, and the person can stay fit and healthy. And that is very, very essential for the economic development of the country. Then fifth one is protection to social development. If all these facilities will be available, as it covers the heavy cost of hospitals, it is also allowed as a deduction for the taxable income. It also helps the individual to recover the heavy cost of hospitalization, and also it contributes for the economic development of the country by providing facilities, and it provides a lot of this medical help relief in the medical expenses that can be recovered by the policy holder, and he can stay fit and healthy. And all these will be taken as the protection for the social development of the country. So these are the importance of health insurance. So I hope all these points are absolutely clear to you. These are the topics these are the points that we have covered under the health insurance. So I think all these points are absolutely clear to you. Health insurance is the insurance that is taken by the policy holder to protect his health against different types of diseases. This we have already done, and it is really a very big help. You know, normally people don't want to take these types of health insurances because they think that whatever premium that we are going to pay, if we don't fall ill, all that will be a waste. Only in case of life insurance they take so many life insurance policies, because you can say the advantage of double insurance can be taken in the case of life insurance, but the advantage of double insurance cannot be taken in the case of health insurance. If we take 2-3 health insurance policies, if we fall ill, then only we can recover the huge expenditure of the hospitals. Otherwise, all that amount that we pay as a premium, that will lapse, that we are not going to recover. There is no maturity for that. Only and only the amount, the compensation will be paid by the insurance company at the time of loss. Here at the time of illness, only the amount will be paid by the insurance company. But in case of life insurance, it is absolutely different. So here there is a difference between the life insurance as well as the health insurance. So health insurance is also a type of general insurance, that is non-life insurance. So whatever the things which are there related to the principles which we have studied, all that will be applied to this health insurance. So I hope that is absolutely clear, as we have studied utmost good faith. So here also, before taking the medical, this health insurance, all about the age, whatever the real age is there, or if a person is suffering from any serious illness and all that has to be disclosed in front of the insurance company. Because we have already studied that this insurance is based on certain principles, that is utmost good faith. So on the part of the insurer as well as the insured, everything should be disclosed. So I hope all these points are absolutely clear to you. And today we have covered about the health insurance. Then tomorrow we are going to study about the fire insurance and other different types of insurances like marine insurance, fidelity insurance, social insurance and all that we are going to cover these topics. Please revise all these topics. Health insurance, you have to cover all these things, because all these will help in writing the meaning on this health insurance as well as in covering the importance of health insurance. That is why please don't leave all these types, that has to be done. Thank you very much.